So I woke up to this news this morning, and it was kind of jaw-dropping for me. I thought we'd kind of discuss it a little bit and talk about everyone's opinion on this one. I read this morning Jacoby Shaddix sat down in an interview, and well, in a conversation, I'll just read this part. While in conversation with Iowa radio station Laser 1033, host Andy Hall expressed his concerns to the Papa Roach frontman over there perhaps not being many newer bands who will be able to replace the arena-filling veteran bands upon their retirement. In response, Shaddix offered up 3 bands who he sees being able to reach Metallica's level of success. We're watching Metallica step into the Rolling Stones spotlight right now, he tells the station, as transcribed by Blabbermouth. And Foo Fighters are another one of those groups. I see what he's saying there. They're more of the older 90s, generation, so they're more into the Rolling Stones spotlight. I don't know if... I feel it's a little ageist, honestly.
Yeah, a little bit. Putting them kind of in like age brackets.
Right. But I think, and to fit Foo Fighters in there, Foo Fighters are not metal. Foo Fighters are just rock and roll to me. Always have been alternative rock. I mean, I grew up listening to them in the 90s, so And he went on to say, in Korn, Papa Roach, and Deftones, we're like the next Metallicas. I'm still trying to figure out how to decipher this one, to be honest. Does he mean like we're the big bands? Because as far as like
the ones that are going to stand the test of time, is that what he's trying to say?
Right. Some people are taking it as he's trying to say these are the big 4 of nu metal. I don't think that's what he's trying to say at all. I think what he's trying to say, as in bands that are still doing it today, still touring, we are this generation's Metallica. I don't really feel Papa Roach are this generation's Metallica, if I'm to be honest with you. No hate to Papa Roach. Yeah, I think you're right. Tickets for live shows. Along those lines, it's an interesting take. I don't necessarily agree. I don't feel Papa Roach are anywhere near Metallica level of status. Just because they have a lot of albums doesn't mean they're still touring, doesn't mean they're at that level. I don't know. I feel like Slipknot, if I'd have to put anyone in today's Metallica, would be that ground right there.
Yeah, I totally see what you're saying with that. I don't agree. And being someone who got into heavier music because of Papa Roach being one of the bands, I still don't agree that they are the status of Metallica. I will also say I haven't listened to them in quite a while. Like, I haven't been a very good fan.
I do kind of agree with Korn, though. Korn is a good take. Korn is a very good take on that one. But yeah, I feel there are other bands that definitely fill that Metallica slot more so than Papa Roach. And even Deftones, if I'm to be real. I don't feel Deftones. I feel Deftones are becoming relevant again because of TikTok. Because it's like all of a sudden they're blowing up and I'm like, what the fuck? I've been listening to Deftones since the early 2000s. Why are they just now blowing up again? It's weird.
I don't know a lot of Deftones.
That's right. You really don't. You don't know too much on the Deftones bracket. But yeah, I think Slipknot is who I'd put up in the Metallica for today's group. That is an interesting story to kind of talk to something. What even brought him to say that? It's kind of...
Right.
Sometimes it's very interesting to me what these guys say. But hey, he's got his opinions and we've got ours, and that's why we decided to talk to you guys about it, share our opinions. As far as like the big 4 in nu metal goes, I think I would have to say Slipknot, Korn, Disturbed. Their first album is like the definition of fucking new metal. And I'm talking about bands that are still going today, because we can't talk about Linkin Park, can't talk about System of a Down, because those guys don't even keep going. It's just kind of like they do shows. That's it. That's as far as they go with it. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Man. Slipknot, Korn, Disturbed. Pyroman 5000. I'm gonna be real. Pyroman 5000, they were the first new metal band I ever fucking got into. That was the first new metal band I ever got into, and the guys that got me into new metal. So I hold those guys very high up there. A lot of people forget that new metal actually kind of started in the 90s. But Limp Bizkit, there's a good one. That's a fucking good one. Yeah. I'd have to take Powerman off for Limp Bizkit now. Sorry, Powerman. No offense. But yeah. There you go. That's our opinion.
Thank you for listening.
Yeah. Goodbye.